Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Athena. I used to say that intro in every single video. I think I only stopped about 2, maybe 3 months ago. I kind of got over it, but I used to always start my videos with saying, hi, welcome back. My name is Athena if you're new here. But anyways, welcome back to a new video. As you probably can tell from the title, today's video is going to be a mukbang, a sushi mukbang, where I finally sit down and tell you all about the reason why I moved to the US, why I moved back from the US to Sweden, how I got my citizenship, all of that. I think I've said for maybe a year now that I'm gonna film this video, but I haven't, so it's finally time. And I love mukbang videos. I love watching people just eat and chat, so I wanted to do that myself. So I have, like I said, I have sushi here. I have some miso soup. I love this stuff. It smells so good. And I also have some sparkling water with some lemon in a wine glass, of course. Lemon really makes it taste a lot better. I, of course, got some lipstick stains on the glass. But yeah, so basically I just wanted to tell you all about the process and how I became a US citizen, why I moved, all of that fun stuff. I have received a lot of questions about it, so I thought I would just do a video on it. Let's try the sushi first. And we of course need some wasabi in here. And yes, I mix it in the soy sauce. I just like it better that way. I don't know what's happening with my chopstick skills. Oh, of course I dropped the whole thing. Great, okay. So good. So yeah, let's just get started with the first question, which is why I decided to move from Sweden to the US in the beginning. If you are new to my channel, I am born and raised in Sweden, but I used to live in Los Angeles for 5 years. That's where I started my channel, but then we decided to move back home to Sweden again. That's where I am located right now. But I used to live in LA, and a lot of people ask me why I moved there, how I moved there, and then why I decided to move back again. So I don't think I have mentioned on my channel, but my dad is actually American. So my dad lives in the US. So that is how I got my green card in the beginning. I know a lot of people ask me like, how did you get a green card? I really want a green card. How do I get one? And there's only a couple of ways you can get a green card. You can obviously marry. I mean, I think you all have seen 90 Day Fiance. You can also have family, so a dad, mom, siblings. And you can also get sponsored from a job, but it costs a lot of money and you have to have a job that is willing to sponsor you. And then you can also win the green card lottery, which is crazy because Mike, my boyfriend, he actually won the green card lottery. So that's how he got his green card, but I got mine through my dad. So if we would have applied for a citizenship before I was 18, I would have just became a citizen right away. But I think I told my dad when I was 17 that I wanted to move because he wasn't sure if I wanted to even have a citizenship because Sweden was obviously where I lived. So when I was 17, I told my dad I really want to move to the States. So we applied for it, but you have to get it before you're 18. Since I got mine after 18, I only got a green card. So apparently my camera can only film for a certain time period and then it shuts off. You have to restart it again. So I'm sorry for the cut. I had no idea. But anyways, what was I saying? Yes, I got my green card when I was 20. But when I was 20, I honestly didn't want to move anymore because I first of all had a great job here. I was in a different relationship. We had an apartment together and I basically just had to leave everything to move because with a green card, you have to be in the States. You can't be in a different country. You have to live there in order to keep your green card. So I basically just left everything and moved to Los Angeles because I really wanted a citizenship, and in order to get a citizenship, you have to have your green card for 5 years. So, but yeah, I wanted to live there, but when I finally got the green card, I didn't really want to live there anymore. But I had to move there because otherwise, why is it so hard? But yeah, I didn't want to make my dad disappointed because he was the one that paid for everything, and it's kind of expensive and it took a long time. It took over 2 years. I had to do a bunch of stuff. I had to go to doctor's office. They had to do x-rays. It was a long process, and I just felt really bad if I just didn't move there. So I basically just left everything and moved to LA. I also love this. I don't know what this is called. Kragas. Is that seaweed? I'm not sure. Okay, so now on why we decided to move from Los Angeles back home to Sweden. So like I said, last December, both me and Mike is my boyfriend, and yes, he is also Swedish. A lot of people think that he's American because his name is Mike, and that's not a very typical Swedish name. It sounds very American. Every time I tell people Mike is my boyfriend, they just assume that he's American and he moved from Los Angeles to Sweden with me. But no, he's also Swedish. The world is small. Yes, we're both Swedish. We met in LA and then we moved back home to Sweden together. But basically we were just missing our families and we were kind of over LA. We were also thinking about moving from LA to Chicago, which I'm still sad about. I wish that we moved to Chicago because honestly, I think we would still be in the States if we moved to Chicago. I've always wanted to live there, but maybe in the future, I don't know. But anyways, we both were just kind of over LA, and we also wanted to think a little bit more about the future and, you know, when you want to have kids and stuff, and we both weren't just feeling having a family life in Los Angeles, maybe a different place, but just Los Angeles wasn't. It's fun a couple of years, but we were basically just over it. So we both decided that we were going to move back home together, obviously because we lived together in LA. So yeah, that is why we moved. And it was also the 5-year mark for the both of us because we got our green cards at the same time, which is also insane. But just that he won his green card in the lottery and I got mine through my dad. But we both applied for a citizenship. I actually applied the day before we moved to Sweden, which is crazy. He applied, I think, a month after me. But yeah, so that process took about 6 months. So I applied in December. I got approved in July, so like 7 months or so. But we both wanted to have a citizenship because moving to the States is not easy. And I think that's why I have received a lot of questions like, how did you do it? How were you able to move to the States? How were you able to work there? Because again, it's not easy, and I just wanted to have a citizenship because in the future, I don't know if I want to move back. I don't know if maybe in 5 years we're going to regret the move here and we want to move and live in Chicago, or maybe when I'm 65, I want to live in Florida and, you know, retire there. I have no idea. So for me, it was just very important to apply for citizenship and get it just in case. Maybe my kids want to move to the States. It will just be a lot easier for them. So both me and Mike applied and I got approved in July. He got approved, I think that was only like 2 weeks ago or so, but we are now both US citizens. And yes, we do have dual citizenship. So in Sweden, you are allowed to have, I think, multiple citizenships. So I do still have my Swedish one, and now I also have a US one. I would never ever give up my Swedish citizenship. But yeah, now I am a dual citizen and I am so happy about that because that was obviously my goal from the beginning. That is why I moved to the States in the first place. It was literally only to become a US citizen, and I did it. So I'm so happy that I'm finally done with it. I feel like I am only talking and not eating. Good thing sushi doesn't have to be hot. I am so embarrassed by my chopstick skills. I feel like the sushi is made in a bad way. It's so good, but I feel like it's just not sticking together. Okay. But yeah, I think that's my most asked questions, why I moved back and forth, and also why I wanted a US citizenship. I know a lot of Americans are like, why do you want to have a US citizenship? But like I said, it's just for the future, and I know the US is not, you know, the best country or whatever. But again, my dad is American, so I'm technically half American, half Swedish. I just grew up in Sweden, and that's why I probably have never mentioned it. I just wanted the citizenship, so that's why I applied for it. I've also received a few questions about what the difference are from living in Sweden and living in the States. And I feel like that will just, this video will be way too long if I would mention all the different things, because there's a lot of differences living here and living there. But honestly, I'm really happy here in Sweden. I really am. And I don't regret that we moved, even though I do miss LA a lot. I miss the LA weather and just the whole vibe living in Los Angeles. But I am very, very happy here in Sweden. And I feel like I'm more independent here compared to when we lived in LA. Because LA is definitely a city where you have to have a car or else you're pretty much stuck. And I don't have a driver's license because I am way too scared to drive. I just get major anxiety just thinking about driving, especially in Los Angeles. But I really want to get my license, but I'm way too scared. So obviously it was really hard because I was just depending on Mike to basically drive me everywhere. And I mean, it was annoying both for him and for me. And here we don't even have to have a car. We did ship the car from LA to Sweden, but the car is at his parents' house because you really don't need it in Stockholm. We are lucky enough to live in the city of Stockholm. If you're outside the city, you might need a car, but I can walk anywhere and everything is just close, and I just feel more free. And obviously ever since we moved to Sweden, I am working with content creation full time. I don't have the 9-to-5 job anymore, which also is a huge difference. And I absolutely love it. Yes, there are a lot of things going on in Sweden right now. I don't know if you guys know, but we did have an election recently, and there's just gonna be a lot of changes. I haven't really noticed anything, but it's so hard for me to say, you know, this is how it is in Sweden, because I can only compare to what I have been through and my own situation. But people that might not live where I live might have a completely different, you know, what's going on and with everything. And I don't really want to say too much about it because I don't want to say the wrong things. But there are a lot of changes going on in Sweden, but I still feel very safe here. I am still happy that we did decide to move. I mean, the States is not better. I mean, if you think about racism and stuff compared to Sweden, oh, I feel like I'm just gonna be quiet because I don't want to say the wrong things, and it's just a lot going on. But again, I'm still happy that we decided to move because we're close to family, and it's just nice to be in the country you grew up in. Look at this. This is tragic. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I don't want this video to be too long. I feel like I'm just rambling right now. I have no idea how long I've been sitting here just talking and talking, but it's been so long. I honestly don't think I've ever filmed a sit-down video just chatting with you guys. I can't remember, at least, that I've ever posted one. And like I said, I have said that I'm gonna film this video over a year now, so it was definitely time. But if you have any more questions about Sweden, or if you want to know anything more, I feel like I want to post more just Sweden videos. I don't know if people are interested in that, but maybe do like a full video on the differences between living in the States and in Sweden. Let me know if you would like to see that, or maybe another Swedish speaking vlog. I'm actually thinking about filming another Swedish speaking vlog, maybe vlog tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. So maybe I'll film a Swedish speaking weekend vlog. I don't know, but please let me know what you would like to see on this channel and if you would like to see more Sweden themed videos. I know I have a lot of sushi left, but I was rambling and I forgot to eat, so I will just finish this later. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!